I just spent the last 7 hours of my life installing LED bulbs to try to find the best for the Toyota Camry. What is the best and the brightest bulb out there? It's this one, the 2-stroke 4.0 from Morimoto. Let me show you guys. It doesn't even matter what Camry you have. This is a 2015 SE, but if you got an older one or a newer one, as long as you got these dingy yellow looking lights, you can upgrade it to this LED. Morimoto thankfully made it in a bunch of different bulb sizes. Now, on this Camry, your low beam is a projector that looks like this. Not very many bulbs can look very good in a projector housing. It's not usually an improvement, it's just a color upgrade. Now, the 2-stroke 4.0 definitely fixes the color, but it also is brighter. The high beam on this vehicle is a 9005. Again, these both are originally halogen bulbs, and it's really easy for those to burn out. It's really easy for those to scatter the light everywhere. Just look at high beam on the wall. Your stock high beam scatters the light everywhere, including the ground, which is going to bounce off of the ground and then blind you when you're driving down the road. You want something with properly designed optics that's actually going to direct the light where you need it. So this is indeed a safety upgrade as well. If you buy just some random LED bulb, and no doubt in my mind will that high beam blind you when you're driving, it's not going to help you see far down the road. That's why it's really important to actually put in a bulb in your vehicle that's going to keep you safer and allow you to see better. And of course, you're going to look better too, because you're going to go from this dingy yellow to a nice bright white color that the 2-stroke 4.0 delivers. All optics on headlights are completely different. So if you have a 4Runner, even though it's a Toyota, it's different than the Toyota Camry. And that's because a lot of them use different ways of emitting the light. Like this is a projector. When we installed the 2-stroke 4.0 in the Camry, we realized that the patented innovative features really did refine the beam pattern. And that's exactly what we're looking for when we're trying to find a better headlight. It's not just about performance, but it's also about longevity. You want a bulb that's going to last. And the coolest part is that this has a lifetime warranty and it was built to last. If you're driving around, say, in the middle of the winter time, these bulbs have a heat exchanger, which essentially cools the bulb while warming the internal temperature of inside of the housing. This definitely increases the resistance to snow and ice buildup on the lens during the winter months. These bulbs are undoubtedly the benchmark, and that's why it's this much better for your vehicle. There's multiple ways to test lighting, but in this case, we backed the car up away from the wall and we used the digital lux meter that measured the actual usable brightness on the wall. We're trying to find an LED bulb that's intense to say the least. The stock Camry, we measured 470 maximum lux. Again, you got that dingy yellow color, and 470 max lux is not very good, but we're gonna call it the benchmark. When we installed the 2-stroke 4.0, it was 106% brighter. I measured 970 maximum lux at the brightest point. High beam was no joke either. Here's your stock beam. This is what it looks like on high beam. I measured 1,720 maximum lux. When you installed the high beams of the Morimoto 2-stroke 4.0, I measured 4,350 maximum lux. This is actually true. I measured 152% brighter than your stock high beams. That's a pretty impressive upgrade. Your high beam is reflector based, which means it's essentially a bunch of mirrors inside of here. And the light is just getting emitted, reflecting off of those mirrors, bouncing out and giving you that light output. So to find something that produces a good light output from a reflector-based high beam is not too easy to do. This does a really good job. Now the install is so easy you can do this in your driveway. Simply pop the hood and locate the back side of the driver's side headlight. There are no dust covers to remove. All you have to do is reach in there, turn your halogen bulb counterclockwise, and disconnect the wiring. That bulb will be super hot if it was left on for a certain period of time, so just be very careful. Once the low beam's removed, grab your H11 bulb from Morimoto, plug it in, turn it clockwise to lock it in place. Do the same thing for high beam. Carefully remove your stock bulb, unplug it from its connector, grab your 9005 bulb, connect that connector, turn it clockwise to lock it in place, and you're good to go. In order to get a good beam pattern that's not scattering over, this bulb is adjustable, and you need to make sure that the LEDs are shooting out at the 9 o'clock and the 3 o'clock position. That's to allow that light to bounce off where it needs to project down the road. The bulb should come already aligned out of the box, but if for some reason it doesn't look like it should, it's really simple to align it. The last thing you should do when you upgrade the headlights on your Camry is you should align them vertically. The last thing you want is to install this bulb that's really bright and actually blind oncoming drivers. It's possible if you don't align it properly. You can align it with a Phillips screwdriver by reaching in the top of the headlight and twisting it clockwise or counterclockwise to raise that headlight up or lower it down. The best way to align is to back your car up 25 feet away from a flat wall. Measure up to this little dimple or this little circle inside of your headlight housing. It is there, it's just a little hard to see. Measure up that same distance on the wall and put some painter's tape or a little mark. The top of your beam pattern should be at the top of that mark. So raise it up or down. Once you do that, it's good to go. It is that easy to upgrade the styling on the front end of your Camry. More importantly, it's gonna allow you to see much better when you're driving at nighttime. Now just type in your year, make, and model at Headlight Revolution so that you get the right size low beam and high beam, and we'll see you guys over there.